While working on this video, I suddenly realized just how powerful and massive the Uchiha clan once was. Honestly, way stronger than the four noble clans in the Leaf today. Before we dive into the Uchiha legends who got the big roles in Spotlight, I want to give an honorable mention to some names that don't get talked about much, but absolutely carried their own weight in history. Baru, Naka, and Rai, all of them had the Mangekyō Sharingan and could use Izanagi. Rai stood out even more by expanding Izanagi's range across an entire battlefield, showing insane tactical genius and overwhelming power. Naori Uchiha was one of the rare few who used Izanami, the clan's deadly loop genjutsu. All of them mostly lived during the Warring States era. Hazuki and Taiko weren't famous for their combat, but they represent the everyday life of the clan. Hazuki was a mother, a wife, and a victim of political tragedy. Taiko served as a member of the Uchiha police force. And finally, we can't forget Sakura Haruno, Sasuke's wife. She may not have Uchiha blood, but like it or not, she's officially part of the clan now. Tajima, a member of the Uchiha clan from before the Hidden Leaf Village existed, a warrior who survived one of the bloodiest times in shinobi history. Tajima had the Sharingan and used it to boost his fighting skills, strong enough to stand toe-to-toe with Butsuma Senju, one of the toughest warriors from the rival clan. He wasn't just skilled with ninjutsu. Tajima was also a sharp swordsman, always carrying a tanto at his side. Living to adulthood in a time when many kids died young in war shows, he was an outstanding shinobi, tough and deadly smart. Though he didn't get much spotlight, Tajima represents the first generation of Uchiha and was the father of the next generation's legends, Madara and Izuna. Izuna Uchiha, the younger brother of Madara, is often overshadowed by his famous sibling, but in truth, he was absolutely one of the greatest warriors the Uchiha clan ever produced. Born during a brutal era of non-stop war, Izuna and Madara were considered the two strongest prodigies of their generation, with power that was almost equal before Madara gained the eternal Mangekyō Sharingan. Izuna awakened the Sharingan at a very young age and mastered it incredibly fast. His sharp perception, lightning-fast reflexes, and deadly genjutsu made the entire clan acknowledge his exceptional talent. Alongside Madara, he became one of the first Uchiha to ever awaken the Mangekyō Sharingan, at least according to the manga. He had extremely powerful chakra, outstanding combat ability, and razor-sharp swordsmanship skills. On the battlefield, Izuna could fight evenly against Tobirama Senju, one of the fastest and strongest shinobi of that time. He was also highly skilled with fire release, unleashing fireball jutsu strong enough to completely overpower a water dragon jutsu. Unfortunately, Tobirama's deadly flying thunder god technique was a perfect counter to the Sharingan, and in the end, Izuna fell to him. Even though he wasn't shown much in the story, Izuna remains a symbol of a young, insanely talented warrior with unshakable loyalty to his clan. Madara Uchiha, oh yes, the ultimate big boss of the Uchiha clan. As the legendary leader of the Uchiha and the reincarnation of Indra Otsutsuki, Madara wasn't just the greatest warrior the clan ever produced, he was the living symbol of ambition, overwhelming power, and deep tragedy. He co-founded the Hidden Leaf with Hashirama Senju, even personally naming the village, and later became the man who unleashed global war and nearly brought the entire ninja world to its end. From a very young age, Madara awakened the Sharingan and mastered it frighteningly fast. His genjutsu skills, ability to see through clones, and control over the Nine Tails were just the tip of his massive power iceberg. After his brother Izuna's death, Madara implanted Izuna's Mangekyō eyes to gain the eternal Mangekyō Sharingan, a power that let him summon a fully armored Susanoo with almost unbreakable defense, and a sword so strong it could split mountains just from the shockwaves. Madara's Susanoo towered far larger than most others in the clan, and his chakra reserves were insanely huge, so huge that spamming Susanoo barely even drained him. But Madara didn't stop there. He evolved his Sharingan into the Rinnegan after combining the chakra of Indra and Asura by implanting Hashirama's cells into himself. With the Rinnegan, he could use all 6 paths techniques, absorbing chakra, summoning giant meteorites, sealing tailed beasts, and creating invisible shadow clones with power equal to a Biju. He also summoned the demonic statue of the Outer Path, sealed the Ten Tails inside himself, and became its perfect Jinchuriki, basically immortal, able to regenerate his body even after being sliced in half. When he had both Rinnegan and became the Ten Tails Jinchuriki, Madara awakened the Rinne Sharingan, the ultimate eye on his forehead. This let him cast the infinite Tsukuyomi, trapping the entire world in an eternal illusion where almost no one but Madara himself was conscious. In this form, he could fly, use natural energy, and control truth-seeking orbs, deadly chakra weapons that can erase any ninjutsu. Madara is the only shinobi in history to possess the Sharingan, Mangekyō Sharingan, Eternal Mangekyō Sharingan, Rinnegan, Rinne Sharingan, and become the Ten Tails Jinchuriki. His power was far beyond normal limits, so far that only people with Six Paths Chakra or someone opening the 8 gates could even hope to challenge him. He was so ridiculously strong that he could solo the entire ninja world, tens of thousands of shinobi plus multiple tailed beasts, and still have time to mock the whole power of friendship speech from the main characters. And every time he showed up, he didn't just talk big, he really backed it up. Honestly, if I had power like his, my head would be permanently tilted toward the sky, only looking down when I felt like checking on the peasants below. Yet, deep down, Madara was still a man chasing peace. His mistake was trying to force peace through absolute control. In his final moments, he understood his error and reconciled with Hashirama, his friend, rival, and the only person who truly understood him. A tragic and epic ending for a legendary warrior who once held the fate of the entire world in the palm of his hand. Hikaku Uchiha, a name that flashes briefly in history, yet carries the mark of a young warrior full of potential. Appearing long before the founding of the Hidden Leaf, Hikaku was recorded as one of the strongest Uchiha of his time, even though he was still very young. With the Sharingan, the clan's iconic Kekkei Genkai, Hikaku not only fought with incredible skill, but also showed truly impressive leadership qualities. Even though he only appeared in a single manga panel, his existence is clear proof that the Uchiha have always produced geniuses from a very young age, and that the clan was once unbelievably powerful in the past. Kagami Uchiha, a name rarely mentioned, yet a rock-solid foundation in the Uchiha's genius bloodline. As a jonin of the Hidden Leaf in its early days, Kagami didn't just have powerful chakra, he also awakened the Sharingan and mastered it to an impressive degree. Those eyes let him see chakra flow, detect genjutsu, predict movements, and copy techniques, abilities that made him a seriously dangerous shinobi. How strong was he? Well, he served directly in Tobirama Senju's personal guard unit, right alongside Hiruzen Sarutobi. In the anime, even Danzo Shimura, a man who famously distrusted the Uchiha, admitted that Kagami saved his life multiple times. That's an incredibly rare compliment coming from him. Even more impressive, Kagami's descendant is none other than Shisui Uchiha, widely considered the strongest Uchiha of his time, even edging out Itachi in some ways. Yet Shisui himself admitted he could never surpass Kagami. That alone proves Kagami was truly a silent genius. He was also one of the few Uchiha that Tobirama genuinely trusted and kept by his side. Fugaku Uchiha might not have appeared as much as the other famous members of the Uchiha clan, but he was an incredibly powerful figure, a true leader, and a genius completely overlooked by his time. As the head of the Uchiha clan and the commander of Konoha's military police force, Fugaku wasn't just someone with strong chakra. He was feared across nations as the Wicked Eye Fugaku. His skills were said to rival Minato and even the legendary Sannin, and at one point, he was seriously considered for the title of 4th Hokage. Fugaku's Sharingan could unleash insanely complex genjutsu with just a single glance. In the anime, he even awakened the Mangekyō Sharingan during the Third Great Ninja War after witnessing his best friend sacrifice himself to save him. Those eyes, with their 3 reverse kama tomoe, were believed by Fugaku to be powerful enough to control the Nine Tails, meaning they were at least on the same level as Obito's. He just never got the chance to fully show his power in the Naruto story. Even Itachi, the prodigy of the next generation, openly admitted he didn't want to fight his father. Fugaku was once deeply loyal to the Leaf, then later became the leader of the coup against it, and in the end, he calmly accepted death at the hands of his own son. Mikoto Uchiha, the wife of clan leader Fugaku Uchiha, a jonin of the Hidden Leaf, and the mother of Itachi and Sasuke. Even though she only appeared briefly, Mikoto left a strong impression as a calm, strong, and deeply caring woman. The fact that she once helped Sasuke practice throwing shuriken shows her combat skills were far from ordinary, especially in shuriken jutsu. As a member of the Uchiha clan, Mikoto carried the blood of elite warriors, but she chose the path of a devoted mother. And yes, she was also close friends with Kushina Uzumaki. Shisui Uchiha, known as Shisui of the Body Flicker, a straight-up genius of the Uchiha clan who was expected to change the clan's fate. Usually, clans get a rare genius every now and then, but the Uchiha? Every generation's packed with them, sometimes even multiple at once. From a young age, Shisui awakened his Sharingan and quickly reached a level close to Itachi's. His genjutsu skills? Absolutely unmatched. With his Sharingan, Shisui could see Chakra, predict moves, and trap enemies in genjutsu just by a glance, paralyzing them instantly. But his real power came from his Mangekyō Sharingan, those four-bladed fan-shaped eyes, awakened after a painful moment when he saw his best friend die because of his own hesitation. With that Mangekyō, Shisui could use Kotoa Matsukami, the ultimate mind-control jutsu that lets him control someone's thoughts without even touching them. The victim acts exactly how Shisui wants, fully believing it's their own decision. This jutsu is so dangerous it could change history without anyone noticing. Shisui also had a green Susanoo, a terrifying chakra warrior with blazing red tomoe on its chest. His Susanoo could fire tons of chakra needles, spin its spear like a drill, and even cover itself in fire to create a burning tornado. That Susanoo only shows up in games though, in the manga. Shisui died before he could truly show all his power. Oh, and Kotoa Matsukami was also used by Danzo and Itachi. Itachi Uchiha, here he is, the kid who tried to solve grown-up problems. Born as a once-in-a-century genius of the Uchiha clan, Itachi didn't just surpass his peers, he became one of the most brilliant shinobi in Konoha's history. From an insanely young age, Itachi showed extraordinary talent. He graduated from the academy in just 4 months at age 6, passed the Chunin exams alone at age 10, and became an Anbu captain at only 12. Even Orochimaru, one of the legendary Sannin, openly admitted Itachi was stronger than him. In fact, Itachi once completely shut Orochimaru down with a single glance and casually took his arm like it was nothing. He awakened the Sharingan at age 8 after a teammate's death, mastering it frighteningly fast. With those eyes, he could see chakra flow, predict movements, and unleash complex genjutsu. He even used Izanami, a rare, dangerous technique that could change someone's fate by forcing them to face the truth. After Shisui's death, Itachi awakened the Mangekyō Sharingan, unlocking terrifying abilities. Amaterasu, black flames that burn anything, even fire itself. Tsukuyomi, an illusion so intense it makes the victim live an entire lifetime in seconds, completely breaking their mind. Susanoo, a massive chakra warrior armed with 2 legendary treasures, the Yata Mirror, which blocks any attack, and the Tatsuka Blade, which seals away enemies forever. Even while sick and constantly holding back, Itachi could dominate elite jonin. In his final fight with Sasuke, he could have easily killed his brother if he wanted. But all that power came with a cost. The Mangekyō Sharingan severely damaged his eyesight, leaving him nearly blind before his death. Later, during the start of the 4th Great Ninja War, Itachi returned and became an absolute MVP, turning the tide of battle. Honestly, if he hadn't been sick, he could have mastered all 5 nature transformations, plus yin-yang release. Right before his death, his strength was already at an almost cage level. Obito Uchiha, once an innocent boy who dreamed of becoming Hokage, later became the masked man manipulating the entire shinobi world under the name Tobi. His story is one of the most tragic and complex in all of Naruto, where hope was crushed by loss and power turned into a way to run from reality. As a member of the Uchiha clan, Obito had strong chakra and awakened the Sharingan early. After the death of Rin, the girl he loved, he awakened the Mangekyō Sharingan, but also lost all faith in the world. Guided by Madara, he took on the infinite Tsukuyomi plan, aiming to trap everyone in an eternal illusion where no one would suffer. His Mangekyō gave him Kamui, a deadly space-time jutsu. With Kamui, Obito could teleport parts of his body to another dimension, making attacks pass right through him, or send enemies away to his personal space, erasing them from reality. Thanks to the first Hokage's cells inside him, Obito could spam Kamui endlessly without going blind, and even use wood release. He became like a literal ghost, untouchable, unpredictable, and terrifying. He also played a role in the Uchiha clan massacre with Itachi, even collecting the eyes of the victims and storing them for later use. Obito could also use Izanagi, a reality-warping technique, and with Hashirama's cells, he could extend it up to 10 minutes. Later, he stole the Rinnegan from Nagato, giving him access to all Six Paths abilities, absorbing Chakra, summoning the demonic statue of the Outer Path, and even reviving the dead with the Rinne rebirth. During the Fourth Great Ninja War, Obito became the Ten Tails Jinchuriki, reaching godlike status. He could fly, heal instantly, wield truth-seeking orbs that erased any jutsu, and control his own Six Paths of Jinchuriki, each one equipped with both Sharingan and Rinnegan, forming a perfectly terrifying battle force. But in the end, Obito wasn't pure evil. In his final moments, he realized his mistakes and chose to sacrifice himself to save the very world he once wanted to replace. He passed his power to Kakashi, fought alongside Naruto and Team 7, and redeemed himself through a death that truly meant something. Sasuke Uchiha, the lone warrior carrying the heavy legacy of the Uchiha clan and the fate of Indra Otsutsuki. Surviving the massacre of his family, Sasuke's journey was full of hate, loss, and redemption, making him one of the most important figures in the shinobi world. After seeing his beloved older brother Itachi kill their whole clan, Sasuke's only goal was revenge. He joined Team 7, where his friendship with Naruto began to grow, but his obsession with power made him leave the village to train under Orochimaru, chasing strength no matter the cost. After many battles, Sasuke became a dangerous shinobi, hunted by the whole world. But when he learned the truth about Itachi, that his brother sacrificed everything to protect him and the village, Sasuke started to change. He helped end the Fourth Great Ninja War, and after his final fight with Naruto, chose a path of redemption, becoming the Shadow Cage, silently protecting the village. Sasuke had the Sharingan from a young age, and quickly evolved it into the Mangekyō Sharingan after Itachi's death. Those eyes let him use Amaterasu, black flames that burn anything, and Kagutsuchi, which controls the flames as weapons. He also summoned Susanoo, a chakra warrior, with insanely strong defense and attack. After transplanting Itachi's eyes, Sasuke gained the eternal Mangekyō Sharingan, letting him fight non-stop without going blind. Plus, his strong chakra and good health keep him from getting tired easily. His Susanoo can use chakra bows, swords, and all kinds of close and long-range weapons, even teaming up with Kurama, the Nine-Tails. His strongest move, Indra's Arrow, combines Susanoo and Tailed Beast chakra, packing a punch as powerful as a natural disaster. After receiving chakra from the Sage of Six Paths, Sasuke awakened the Rinnegan in his left eye, a special type with Tomoe. This eye lets him use all the Six Paths techniques like Chibaku Tensei, absorbing chakra, and even seeing invisible targets. His coolest ability is Amino Teijikara, instantly swapping places between two objects within a certain range. Sasuke can also travel between dimensions, open teleportation portals, and bring others along. Thanks to the Rinnegan, Sasuke became one of the few shinobi who could stand against powerful Otsutsuki like Kaguya, Momoshiki, and Ishiki. In Boruto's era, the spotlight is on the new generation, so the super strong characters have to be toned down a bit. Now we have a Papa Sasuke with smaller chakra reserves, who even lost his Rinnegan and got sealed inside a tree. But I'm totally sure he'll break free and join the big fights again, because no major battle ever skips the legends. Sarada Uchiha, the one who carries both the light and shadows of the Uchiha clan, and the symbol of a new generation in the ninja world, full of dreams to connect and change. As the daughter of Sasuke and Sakura, Sarada grew up without her father around much, which made her question herself, her roots, and the meaning of her existence. But this journey to find answers shaped her strong goal: to become Hokage, not for fame, but to truly connect with everyone. From a young age, Sarada showed outstanding talent. She awakened her Sharingan at 11, not in battle, but from the strong emotion of reuniting with her dad after years apart. At first, her Sharingan had just one tomo, but Sarada quickly mastered its powers: sharp observation, lightning-fast reflexes, and powerful genjutsu. She could see chakra, recognize techniques, and even copy moves right after seeing them once. Even though her chakra was weak at first, Sarada worked hard to keep her Sharingan active for longer periods. By the time she faced Deepa, she had awakened her second Tomoe. Later, in the fight against Jigen, Sarada reached the full 3 Tomoe level, the complete Sharingan, with vision so sharp she could see things as small as viruses, like a chakra microscope. What makes Sarada really special is how she awakened her Mangekyō Sharingan. Unlike other Uchiha, her eyes didn't awaken through loss or death. Instead, it was deep fear. Fear for Boruto, the person she cares about, being forgotten and blamed by the whole world. Sarada's Mangekyō Sharingan looks like a blazing sun, 8 bright rays spreading from her pupil, a symbol of hope. With it, she uses Ohirume, a technique that creates black hole-like spheres that control gravity. She can pull enemies into orbit, make them float helplessly, or even cause explosions from the powerful gravitational pull. It's almost like she can create and control multiple cores of Chibaku Tensei at once, but even though her black holes are smaller, their pull is way stronger, seriously terrifying. This technique isn't just powerful, it's insanely flexible, letting Sarada control the battlefield her own way. Man, this girl has so much potential. I'm super curious about what other unique powers her eyes might have, what her Susanoo looks like, and even the special abilities of that Susanoo. And who knows, maybe she can use Byakugan like her mom. Honestly, it's all super exciting to watch unfold. Byakugan. Let's start with the crown jewel of the Hyuga clan, the Byakugan. Born into the main family, Hinata inherited this legendary dojutsu the moment she opened her eyes. And no, I don't mean metaphorically. I mean literally. She came out of the womb ready to scan enemy chakra points. Byakugan gave Hinata a nearly 360-degree field of vision, only missing one tiny blind spot at the back of the neck. It let her see through walls, smoke, deception, and, most terrifying of all, romantic feelings. That's right, she probably spotted Naruto's chakra reacting every time Sakura walked by. At first, her range was around 1 to 2 kilometers. Impressive, sure, but then came the last, Naruto the movie. That's where things went from pretty good to who needs satellites when you have Hinata? After receiving chakra from Hamura Otsutsuki, her Byakugan got a mega upgrade. Suddenly, she could see up to 20 kilometers. That's 12 times more than Neji ever could. Sorry, cousin, but what really sets her apart isn't raw vision, it's precision. Her Byakugan sees the entire chakra pathway system. That means she doesn't fight your muscles. She shuts down your engine. And the crazy part? In Boruto, she doesn't even need to fully activate her Byakugan to detect chakra signatures. It's like leaving your GPS on even when the phone's in your pocket. And if you're wondering when this all paid off, look no further than her big moment in the last. While Naruto was throwing punches at Moon Man Toneri, Hinata used her enhanced Byakugan to track down his puppets and analyze the Tenseigan. She was mission critical. The eyes that once watched Naruto from behind trees, now helping him save the planet. That's called character development.
Gentle fist. Now that we've talked eyes, let's move to fists. Specifically, the gentle fist. This is the signature fighting style of the Hyuga clan, and the reason why getting tapped by Hinata can feel like getting hit by a spiritual truck. Gentle fist doesn't break bones, it breaks systems. The idea is simple. Use chakra to strike internal organs, and the chakra network directly. From the outside, it looks elegant, controlled, almost polite. But inside your body, it's chaos. With her Byakugan as her GPS, Hinata can aim these strikes at precise chakra points. Think acupuncture, but instead of needles, it's a girl with lion fists hitting you mid-air. This style is both graceful and deadly, kind of like ballet. If the ballerina was trained to disable ninjas. Thanks to her calm demeanor, people often underestimate Hinata. But this girl trained to hit where it hurts most, without leaving a bruise. And after receiving Hamura's chakra, her gentle fist evolved. Stronger impact, cleaner hits, zero wasted motion. It's like giving a sniper a new scope. And the moment this technique truly shined, during the battle against Pain. Naruto was down, impaled, and barely breathing. Everyone else froze. But Hinata? She stepped up. She ran straight into danger and launched her gentle fist barrage at Pain himself. Sure, she got wrecked 5 seconds later, but those seconds mattered. She messed with Pain's chakra flow and gave Naruto the emotional push to unleash the Nine Tails. Not bad for someone who used to faint just saying hello.
32 palms. Before Hinata could strike down villains with purple lion fists and planetary eyes, she had to start somewhere. And that somewhere was the 8 trigrams 32 palms. Think of this as the gentle fist's baby form. Fewer hits, less chakra shutdown, but still enough to ruin your day. This move targets 32 specific chakra points on the enemy's body. She starts slow, 2 hits, 4 hits, 8, 16, and ends with 32. It's like a multiplication table for Pain. The goal? Lock down parts of the chakra network so the enemy can't cast jutsu properly. Not bad for an entry-level technique. In the earlier stages of her journey, Hinata used this move more often. She wasn't ready to pull off the full 64 palms yet, but that didn't stop her from grinding. During the Perfect Day for a Wedding arc, we get a cute throwback of her training with this technique. Just Hinata, practicing alone, gently punching the air like she's trying to beat the anxiety out of herself. It's not the flashiest jutsu. It won't blow up a mountain, but it represents the core of Hinata's growth. From soft strikes to decisive blows, from 32 to 64, she was climbing step by step, proving that power doesn't have to come with arrogance. Sometimes, it wears a lavender jacket and has a quiet smile. 8 trigrams, 64 palms. This one is the Hyuga family's crown technique, 64 palms. It's elegant, efficient, and in the right hands, absolutely terrifying. Traditionally, this move is reserved for clan leaders or their chosen heirs. So the fact that Hinata mastered it, that's not small potatoes. That's a bold statement to everyone in the clan. I may be quiet, but I hit like a calculator, accurate and fast. So, how does it work? The user attacks 64 chakra points on the opponent's body in rapid succession. It starts slow, 2, 4, 8, but quickly escalates into a blur of strikes. Each hit shuts down a specific chakra node, like cutting power to the lights in a building. You might still be standing, but you can't cast a single jutsu. The best part? This isn't some wild haymaker stuff. It's pure control, surgical precision. One mistake and you miss the target. But Hinata? She nails them all, especially after getting that sweet Hamura Chakra DLC upgrade. With that power, her speed and accuracy skyrocketed. It's like someone swapped her fists for heat-seeking missiles. Now, let's talk about the moment that made this move legendary. Back then, in the Chunin exams, Hinata versus Neji. The stage was set like a Greek tragedy. Main family versus branch family, compassion versus bitterness, the bullied girl versus the genius prodigy. And what did Hinata do? She didn't back down. She pulled out the 64 palms and went toe-to-toe with Neji, even though he was way stronger at the time. Did she win? No. But she earned respect from her peers, the audience, and even Naruto, who was watching with wide eyes and a heart full of, "Oh no, I think I like her now." It was the moment she showed the world that strength isn't always loud. 8 trigrams air palm. Now we're moving into the long-range game. Air palm isn't your typical gentle fist technique. It's a projectile. Yes, the Hyuga clan figured out how to weaponize air. So basically, Hinata can punch you without actually punching you. That's a whole new level of passive-aggressive. The move works like this. She focuses her chakra into the palm, aims through her Byakugan, and fires off a blast of compressed chakra. Think of it like a vacuum bullet. It doesn't explode like a fireball, but it'll knock you flat or send your jutsu flying off course. Bonus points if you see both palms coming at once. That means she's done playing. Originally, Hinata needed Neji to help pull this one off. But in the Fourth Great Ninja War, she could do it solo. You know that moment when you realize you no longer need your older cousin to back you up? That's growth. That's independence. That's air palm. Gentle step twin lion fists. Ah yes, the famous twin lion fists. Or as I like to call them, romantic rage mode. This is Hinata's signature gentle step technique. It's unique to her, and it's visually stunning. Imagine forming chakra into two massive lion heads around your fists, and then charging straight into battle like a chakra-powered zookeeper. To perform it, Hinata condenses chakra into her hands, shaping them into roaring lion auras. These lions enhance her striking power and chakra disruption. Basically, if one of these hits you, your chakra network might need a reboot and a doctor. This move demands elite chakra control. Even the slightest mistake in shaping or maintaining the form will cause the whole thing to collapse. So yeah, you don't get to pull this off unless you're top-tier Hyuga material. And Hinata? She made it her own. We saw the full glory of twin lion fists during her battle with Pain. It was one of the most emotional moments in the series. Naruto was down. No one else moved. But Hinata walked out, summoned her lion fists, and told Pain, "If you touch my man, you get the pause." She didn't win that fight. Pain knocked her out hard. But for those few seconds, she stood as a lioness in front of the man she loved. No longer hiding behind trees, no longer watching. She was fighting, with all the power, grace, and bravery she had built up for years. 8 trigrams, Twin Lion's Crumbling Attack. If the original Twin Lion Fists was about elegance and courage, then this next move is Hinata saying, "Okay, now I'm mad." The 8 trigrams Twin Lion Surging Shot is the evolved form of her lion fists, unlocked during Naruto, the last, powered by none other than Homura Otsutsuki. And when Homura gives you chakra, you get purple. That's anime law. Unlike the original Blue Lions, this version is charged with Homura's chakra and glows with a violent violet aura. The fists don't roar now. They scream destruction. With this move, Hinata condenses that divine chakra into her hands and fires a devastating blast straight into the enemy's chakra network. Imagine Rasengan, but for gentle fist users, and with lion heads. She used it to destroy the energy core of Tenseigan, cause it to lose all the energy and no longer attack Earth from the moon. Palm heel strike. Let's bring it back down for a second. Not every jutsu has to come with lion heads and a glowing backstory. Sometimes, all you need is one clean hit. This move is the Hyuga version of keep your hands up. Hinata gathers chakra into the base of her palm and slams it into a precise spot on the opponent's body. Fast, simple, and if you're not paying attention, lethal. It doesn't launch you across a valley or summon a giant beast. It hurts. Internally. Chakra-wise. And if she uses enough power, you might collapse before you even realize you were hit. This technique is great for fast-paced combat, especially when Hinata doesn't have time to set up longer combos. It's like a one-punch insurance policy, easy to use, hard to dodge, and extremely satisfying to land. We saw her use it in the 12 Guardian Ninja filler arc, where she slapped a ninja into Next Tuesday. The poor guy probably thought he got hit by a truck. Nope, just Hinata doing what she does best. Quiet violence. Protective 8, trigrams 64 palms. Now let's talk defense. The Protective 8 trigrams, 64 palms is Hinata's very own invention. That's right, she didn't just master the Hyuga techniques, she created her own version. Instead of striking chakra points, Hinata releases a continuous stream of chakra from her palms, shaping it into sharp spinning blades or chakra shields. Depending on how she moves, she can either slice through multiple enemies or create a protective dome around herself and her allies. It's the Hyuga equivalent of multitasking. Sure, it's not as sturdy as Neji's 8 trigrams rotation, but what it lacks in brute force, it makes up for in versatility. Hinata can shape it, aim it, and adapt it on the fly. Want to block a barrage of kunai? Done. Want to counter with a chakra blade to the face? Also done. She used this move to shield her team from ranged attacks. While others were ducking or diving, Hinata stood tall and took charge of defense, like the gentle commander she is. This technique got stronger after she inherited Homura's chakra. Her chakra blades became sharper, faster, and wider in range. What started as a creative defense move became a full-on chakra buzzsaw. Water Needle. Now this one's a bit of a wild card. You won't find it in the main storyline or databooks, but in the Chakra filler arc, Hinata pulls off a technique that made fans raise eyebrows and go, "Wait, she can do that?" Water Needle is exactly what it sounds like. Hinata creates sharp water-based needles using chakra and launches them at enemies from a distance. Yes, water. As in, the thing she's never been known to use before. Apparently, the Hyuga clan does include hydration in their skill set. With Byakugan guiding her aim, Hinata can pinpoint targets across the battlefield. The needles fly fast, pierce clean, and when used alongside her protective 64 palms, she basically becomes a walking, talking sprinkler system of destruction. Gentle Wind Spiraling Twin Lion Fists. Snow White. Now this is pure anime game gold. Gentle Wind Spiraling Twin Lion Fists. Snow White, yes, that's the full name, is a move so fancy, it sounds like a Final Fantasy summon. While it doesn't appear in the main anime or manga, it shows up in the Naruto, Ultimate Ninja Storm games, and fans immediately went, "Whoa, she's got her own Rasengan now?" This technique is an upgraded version of her twin lion fists, but with a twist, literally. Hinata channels spinning chakra around her fists, forming elegant lion heads infused with spiral motion. The end result is a beautiful but devastating blow, combining the internal damage of Gentle Fist with the drilling power of spiraling chakra. Think of it like this. Rasengan meets Gentle Fist, then dresses up in a white snowflake outfit and slaps you with elegance. Fire and lightning release. Fire release. Yep, you heard that right. Hinata, the soft-spoken queen of the Hyuga clan, can breathe fire, figuratively and literally. It's not something most fans expect from her. We're used to her shutting down chakra points, not burning them. But according to the Boruto databook, Hinata mastered Keitan after the Fourth Great Ninja War. That's right, Miss Gentle Fist now has destruction jutsu in her back pocket. She doesn't throw it around like Sasuke or shout fire style, fireball jutsu every time she gets annoyed. No, Hinata's way is more controlled, more focused. If she uses fire, it's because the situation calls for it, like if someone threatens her family or messes with her ramen. If fire release was unexpected, lightning release feels straight up illegal for someone with Hinata's personality. Like, where did this come from? Did she borrow Sasuke's scrolls when he wasn't looking? But yes, it's canon in the Boruto databook. Hinata can use lightning release. No big deal. Just another reason to not underestimate her. The logic behind it actually makes sense. Gentle Fist is all about speed, precision, and disrupting internal systems. What better elemental boost than electricity? Lightning techniques enhance speed and shock the nervous system. Chakra transfer technique. You'd think after all that power, all those techniques, Hinata would be running on empty. But nope, she's got Homura's battery pack inside her now. The chakra transfer technique might sound simple, just pass chakra to another person, right? But the scale of what Hinata can do, it's a whole different level. In Naruto, The Last, when Naruto was completely drained in the fight against Toneri, Hinata stepped in. No summoning scroll, no healing chant. She just calmly laid her hand on his hand and transferred chakra directly into his system. Instant recovery, no exhaustion, no signs of fatigue.